Hi, Assalamualaikum. We are Group 5 from AS2462A will present the existing local traditional food and all processing involved. For this assignment, we choose serunding daging as the local traditional food. Okay, now I will introduce our group members. I am Nurul Batisha binti Osman and my group members consist of Syahdatun Najihah binti Abdul Jamal, Nur Sabrina binti Roslan, Siti Eliani binti Muhammad Hafiz, Nur Fairuz binti Abdul Kahar, and Amanina binti Azman.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Syahdatun Najihah binti Abdul Jamal and today I would like to talk about economic and technical context of selected product. Serunding is derived from rendang, which is the bone-dry, fresh version of rendang that has a long shelf life and needs no refrigeration. Serunding is traditionally cultivated from Kelantan. The company that we choose for this product is Ramlan Saleh Serunding from Kampung Laut, Tumpat, Kelantan. This food is mainly favoured by elder people. Thus, to attract all people from different ages, the popular trend of marketing used by this seller is online marketing. An effective online strategy is a must to connect with millennials and Generation Z. This food product business, which is Ramlan Saleh Serunding, works with influencers to market their product through YouTube platform. Influencers are the ones who keep the social media platforms up to date by creating trends almost every day. They have a lot of power online, and especially when it comes to their audience. For example, the process of making this serunding was recorded and uploaded to YouTube by an influencer. This video now has 127,000 viewers and many had commented their good reviews about this product from this YouTube post. As a result, this product is well known among the tourists from different states in Malaysia and from other countries as well that came to Kelantan because they are exposed to this product, which makes their sale increase from time to time. Indeed, working with social media influencers can be a great way to share your products. Pre-processing, processing and post-processing stages. Firstly, pre-processing involves the preparation of the raw material by using a manual method, which is peeling the outer layers of onion, cutting and blending the raw material using blenders. Next, we use a boiling method to boil the meat until it was fully cooked. Then the meat was minced manually into smaller pieces. Secondly, all the raw material was mixed and cooked by using serunding cooking machine. After that, the drying process was carried out manually using a dustpan kitchen or baking peel by separating the half-cooked serunding daging into another serunding cooking machine. Finally, the cooling process involved by cooling the serunding daging manually in the container before the next process. Lastly, post-processing, which is the product packing process, was carried out manually. This packing process was performed manually with the help of the impulse sealer, plastic film seal packaging which help in the sealing of the PE plastic bag.
Now, me, Eliani, and my partner Sabrina will explain more about product flow. There are 14 raw materials we use to make serunding daging. The raw materials I mentioned just now are meat, coconut milk, chili paste, asam keping, salt, sugar, ginger, onion, red onion, garlic, lemongrass, coriander seed, kerisik, and fennel seed. For the pre-processing, we need 20 kg of boiled meat, which is boiled in a big pot. The meat then was mixed using a stone pestle. 7 kg of onion, 3 kg of red onion, garlic, and ginger were peeled using a knife. We also need 14 kg of processed coconut milk. Other than that, a dipper of chili, 5 to 6 pieces of asam keping, 4 to 5 ladles of coriander seed and fennel seed, 1 kg of kerisik, 7 stalks of lemongrass, and not to forget sugar and salt to taste.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Sabrina. So I will proceed to processing part of serunding daging. First, heat serunding cooking machine at temperature 150 to 175 degrees Celsius. Then, add blended ingredients. After stir fry already cooked, add coconut milk. Next, put the asam keping with coriander seed and fennel seed after 3 to 5 minutes. Let the ingredient mix well until turn to brown or nude color. Then add chili paste, sugar, salt and also curry seed. When concentrated in 50% of its original volume, which orang Melayu call as sudah pecah minyak, add shredded meat and slow the kitchen fire to temperature 80 to 100 degrees Celsius. To speed up the drying process, divide the half-cooked serunding daging into another cooking machine. To avoid the meat from clumps, loosen the meat using carving fork. Take out the previous asam keping while loosen the meat. After about 4 hours, place the serunding daging into a large container and let to cool for 30 minutes to 1 hour before packing. For post-processing part, first step is pack serunding daging into plastic and weigh it with weight of 250 gram, 500 gram and 1 kilogram. And then seal the plastic with impulse sealer plastic film seal packaging. And then apply sticker as a labeling to the packaging. Last part is put each of the packaging into box and seal it. The equipment used in the pre-processing are big pot, stone pestle, knife and also blending machine. For processing part, the equipment used are serunding cooking machine, kitchen spatula, dustpan kitchen or baking pail, carving fork and big container. For the post-processing, equipment used are sticker, kitchen scale, PE plastic bag, impulse sealer plastic firm seal packaging, box and also sellotape.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Batisha binti Osman, the presenter for Factory Plan Design with my group member Fairuz. In this slide, it shown the color scheme to identify the 6 basic sections: primary, secondary, administration, utility, store A and store B of our factory layout.
Hi, I'm Nur Fairuz. I will explain about our factory plan design. So this is our plan. The picture on the left side is the pre-cooking area and the right one is the post-cooking area. If you can see here, we already put some color for each room or area according to the color scheme in the previous slide for you to easily understanding. Every area that has been designed in this factory has been systematically planned to ensure that all work done in the factory is managed properly and there are no barriers that could result in losses. The area of this factory are 34 times 40 feet. So now I will tell the description of each area in our plan design. I will start with the pre-cooking area. Store A, which is the purple one, was placed at the rightmost edge because it is strategic for the movement in and out of raw materials. In the mid-freezer, the temperature was around negative 18 degrees Celsius or below. This temperature inhibits the growth of bacteria and shuts down any other microbes. For the spice room, we have to make sure it is completely dry to prevent damage to the dry materials. Moreover, it has a metal sliding door that separates between the mid-freezer and spice room. Next, the primary manufacturing area or cooking room, which is the orange one, was located near to the store B to please the movement of surrounding daging to be packed and marketed. It has been separated by the metal sliding door. The temperature is at room temperature, which is around 37 degrees Celsius, and requires adequate ventilation. Smoke, steams, airborne particles, and aromas produced during food preparation can irritate the eyes, skin, and respiratory system. An efficient air irritant removal system for commercial kitchens will also help to maintain a consistent temperature in the cooking room. The secondary manufacturing area or mixing room, which is the yellow color, is a place where all the ingredients are being prepared, like blending and cutting. The range for the temperature room is within 27 to 35 degrees Celsius. Now I will go to the post-cooking area. The store B, which is the green one, is the place of packaging and storing of surrounding daging. Each room in this store has their own specialty. Packaging is a crucial tool for maintaining food quality, minimizing food waste, and lowering the amount of food preservative needed. The packaging performs the crucial task of keeping the food contained, guarding it from physical and chemical harm, and giving customer and marketers vital information. After that, the administration area, which is the brown color, carries the main office, toilets, prayer rooms, and personal area so that they can change their clothes, they can eat in the pantries, and had first aid room. The administration area is not considered as a production area. At the office, they got a glass panels so anyone in the office can get a clear view of the manufacturing area. And lastly, the utility room, which is the blue one, is the host area for all utilities and the engineering department of the organization like electric power, air handlers for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning HVAC system, air compressor, and chillers.
This slide displays the factory plant's design for moving materials. The red arrow represents the movement of material from the first area to the final area. Firstly, the material will move to the store A, which is the raw materials like meats and dry materials, for example, onions, garlic, ginger, spice, sugar, salt, lemongrass, galangas, and tamarind. From the suppliers will enter the pre-cooking areas and will be placed in the meat freezer and spice room before moved into the secondary manufacturing area, which is mixing room. Other dry materials like coconut milk and ground chili will be stored in the freezer in the mixing room. Air curtains are required at the entrance to this high-risk region to keep out the outside air. After that, the material will move to the secondary area, mixing room, where the meat will be cut into small pieces and the dry materials will be blended. After the raw material has been cut and blended, it will go into the primary manufacturing area, cooking room. The meat that has been cut small will be boiled first before being shredded. After the meat is boiled and toned, it will be cooked and dried manually to make the serunding daging. Lastly, surrounding daging that has been dried will be entered in the final area, store B, which is packaging, sealing, labeling, boxing, and storage room for the packaging process. Firstly, it will go to the packaging room for the weighing process, then to the sealing and labeling room. After all the surrounding daging has been packed nicely with the transparent aluminum plated flat bags, PE plastic bags and bottles, the personnel will place it into a box and store it inside the storage room. Therefore, it will be sold in the market.
This one is about the personnel movement. If you can see the blue arrows in the pictures, the movement site at the administration area, which is office. Personnel entry to the facility is from the administration area after their punch card. The personnel will move to each region of the factory and complete their work in each different section. Before that, the personnel must undergo the hygiene and safety area for the gown changes when they enter in each rooms. They need to wash their hands and wear head covers, masks, aprons, cover shoes, and gloves as appropriate to the manufacturing process. Additionally, hand washing facilities need to be installed at the entrance to the primary manufacturing area in the pre-cooking area and near to the packaging, sealing, and labeling rooms. Air curtains are required at the entrance of secondary and primary manufacturing area to keep out outside air. This is to avoid contamination of the product. Airlocks allow access to those who operate in the primary and secondary manufacturing area. The secondary manufacturing area is the only route that leads to the primary manufacturing area.
For this slide, I will talk about the quality management system applied related to factory layout. Firstly, the factory needs to maintain good hygiene and sanitation to ensure product quality and prevent product contamination that may occur through the introduction of unwanted materials, substances, or microorganisms into a manufactured good or process. Each room in this factory plant must be kept clean by having a hand washing station installed so that personnel always wash their hands. Make sure that the hands are thoroughly cleaned before entering the production areas, and when contaminated, have the glove changed or rewashed. When entering the manufacturing area, make sure that personnel are wearing a clean, devoted uniform, appropriate footwear, and hair coverings. Make sure the factory is tidy, spotless, and devoid of water puddles. Floorings of the equipment washing rooms could be sloped to allow draining of water. Construction of floors should be done with impermeable, hygienic materials so that it can be easily cleaned. The floor must be strong enough to support the weight placed on it and to resist wear in all expected working environments. After that, proper ventilation is very important in the factory. Condensation brought on by poor ventilation may allow for the growth of microorganisms on the walls and ceilings.
Hello, my name is Amanina binti Azman. Today I will present about new innovation in serunding daging. The issue that relates with serunding daging packaging is that it is difficult for the consumer or customer to use as it lacks of functionality in terms of packaging itself. As we know, serunding daging does not include ziplock and it uses plastic as its container. Once the packaging is open, customer need to close it back manually using a strap or put them in any containers before storing them, since the plastic bag will remain open if there are no external factor used to keep it closed. As a result, it can be seen that the packaging is not user-friendly because it causes problem for the consumer once it is open, especially if the customer wish to travel or bring it somewhere. So we decided to make a new innovation in packaging to make sure a positive first impression and long-term brand loyalty. Our new innovation for this issue is to use Ziploc type of packaging. Ziploc packaging is convenient, especially for traveling, and it can prevent any damage or harm to the quality of food once the packaging is open. And it is also recyclable and reusable. It also gives peace of mind as zipper let customer know that the product is securely locked in. By protecting the quality, longevity of the product, serunding daging could also increase consumer satisfaction. Next, the requirement for staff or employees to manually pack things is the next packaging department problem. Even though it might be cheap, manual packaging might take a long time to pack and prepare, and the amount that is contained in each pack might not be equal. As a result, we made a new innovation for serunding daging to span in a machine. The machine can serve as a mark to make sure the quantity of each pack is consistent and precise. With the ability to specify the quantity needed, serunding daging only needs to load the flours into the machine, enter the proper weight for each bag, and set the filling speed because it can specify the quantity required. As soon as the bag is cut, the machine will load it with flours. With the availability of the machine, serunding daging can be produced more efficiently because the equipment only takes one person to operate it. Thus, there will be no shortage of manpower, which will also reduce human efforts and time consumption. That's all from us. I hope all of you enjoy our presentation. If you have any question, feel free to ask.